Please read through the instructions in the manual or watch this video in its entirety before attempting installation, and be sure to pause the video when necessary. Use at least 2 people when lifting or moving the range to help prevent damage or injury. Dual fuel gas range installation and service must be performed by an authorized licensed installer, service agency, or the gas supplier. For your safety, never handle, perform, service, or attempt to install any gas connections or gas lines yourself. Make sure the installer understands that the installation requires both gas and electrical connections before beginning the installation. Don't forget to remove all packaging materials that came with your dual fuel range. The following tools are required. First, connect the range to the gas supply line. The gas range cooktop ships with the nozzle set up for natural gas, but it can be converted to LP gas if needed. The LP conversion kit, including the required parts and instructions, can be found attached to the back of the oven. The dual fuel range is equipped with both a gas cooktop and electric oven, and the pressure regulator on the back of the range sits at a 45-degree angle. You may require additional clearance behind the range to accommodate both a 240-volt electrical outlet and a gas supply line to the angled pressure regulator. Once the range is connected to gas, connect the power cord. Check the 240-volt outlet in your kitchen to determine whether you need to purchase a 3-wire or 4-wire power cord for the range. Electric range connection kits can be purchased at most local home improvement stores. If necessary, check local electrical codes for further information. If you are renovating or building a new home, have the range electrical outlet installed 6 inches from the floor and 6 inches from the right side cabinet. Pull the range far enough out of the cavity so the range back is accessible and you have enough room to install the power cord. Turn off the power connecting to the oven range outlet. Power cord connection instructions can also be found on the back of the range. If your home was built after 1996, you will probably require the 4-wire electrical connection. For older homes with the 3-wire connection, the steps are the same except for how the terminal block connections are made. And remove the access panel cover. Remove the screws from the terminal block. Take a moment and become familiar with the components inside the terminal block. Pause the video if necessary. For a 4-wire connection, remove the green ground screw from the ground strap, located below the center terminal on the terminal block. Bend the ground strap up and align the hole in the strap with the center screw hole on the terminal block. Pull the power cord wires up through the conduit connection plate. Insert the green ground screw into the power cord green ground wire terminal ring and reinsert the screw in the terminal block. For a 3-wire connection, do not remove or reposition the green ground screw and ground strap. Attach the white wire to the center terminal on the terminal block. Attach the remaining wires to the outer terminals, matching the wire color with the wires already on the terminals, red to red and black to black, leaving no gap or slack. A cord strain relief is required to prevent the cord from accidentally being pulled off when the range is being moved. If your power cord kit did not include a strain relief, refer to the instructions provided with the power cord to purchase the correct strain relief at your local home improvement store. The most common cord strain relief has 2 pieces. Place the piece with the smaller screw holes behind the cord with the angle tab inserted through the hole in the connection plate. Place the other piece in front of the cord with the angle tab inserted through the hole of the connection plate. The cord should now be sandwiched between the 2 halves of the strain relief. Insert the screws on each side of the strain relief to form a tight clamp to prevent the cord from sliding. Be careful not to damage the cord when tightening the strain relief. Screw the access cover panel back into place. Next, install the anti-tip bracket. The anti-tip bracket, an installation template, and instructions are included with the range. Determine the final location of the range before attempting to install the bracket. Place the bracket on the floor with the bracket edge against the rear wall. If the range does not reach the rear wall, align the back edge of the bracket with the rear panel of the range in its final location. The anti-tip bracket must be screwed to the floor or rear wall. To install onto wood floors, use the screws provided to secure the bracket using the pair of marked holes. For concrete floors, use a concrete bit to drill a 5/32 pilot hole 2 inches deep into the concrete at the center of each of the marked holes on the bracket. Use the screws provided to secure the bracket into the floor. For rear wall installation, use the 2 screws provided to secure the bracket using the pair of marked holes at the LOC-C location, as shown here. The screws must enter into a wood sill plate. If the wall contains any metal studs or similar materials, then the floor must be used. If you prefer, have your installer mount the anti-tip bracket as well. You can now plug in your unit and turn on the power that connects to your range. The control panel will illuminate and a tone will sound. The clock must be set to the correct time of day in order for the automatic oven timing functions to work properly. Press and hold cook time for 3 seconds. CLO will appear in the display. Press plus or minus on the control panel to select your desired time. Press start to accept the change. Before pushing the range fully into the cavity, use a wrench to adjust the height of the front and rear legs so that the height of the cooktop matches the height of the countertops. To raise or lower the legs, turn the legs clockwise or counterclockwise. Slide the unit into position and adjust the front legs as necessary to level the unit. Assemble the surface burners and caps. Align and pass the spark igniter through the hole of the appropriate size surface burner. Place the appropriate size cap over each surface burner. Seat the burner caps correctly or you may experience uneven flames and/or poor ignition. To ignite each burner, turn the knob position to light. You will hear a clicking sound and the flames will appear. Ignite each burner and make sure the flames are even all the way around. If the flames are uneven, turn off the burners. Wait for the burners to cool. For safety, wear heat-resistant gloves while readjusting the burner caps. Once the burners are seated, set the grates on the cooktop. Then adjust the oven racks to the desired positions. When first operating your new dual-fuel range oven, you may notice a smoky odor. This is normal for a new oven and will dissipate over time. To help speed up the process, run a self-clean cycle for a minimum of 2 hours before using the oven. Please watch our video on using self-clean for further details and thorough instructions. If there is a gap between the range and back wall, use the rear filler kit provided. Using a screwdriver, remove the upper 4 screws that attach the rear bracket. Loosen the 2 screws on the side of the bracket. Place the filler on the rear bracket as shown. Tighten the outer screws and insert the screws that was previously removed at each end of the filler. With 2 screws left over, set them aside with the instructions for future use. You are now ready to use your new dual fuel range oven.